Hello everybody, this is Chris, the lottery guy. Today I'm working on the Match 5 strategy, on the Match 5 video. And on this list that I have right now, since Match 5 is a really new game to Mississippi, we do not have that many drawings. But this is the complete sheet of all the drawings that we have had so far. And what I've done is, if you look, the last drawing right here totaled out to be 91 on the sum. So each one of these, I totaled them out. If you see all the numbers in the blue, that's going to be the sum. And most people probably would think that would not matter on what it tallies up to be between all 5 numbers. But I think that they are, might give you an edge on this. Well, I'm sure it will give you an edge. Whenever you're buying your tickets, if you'll pay attention, you'll see what I'm talking about, especially if you are picking your own numbers, or even if you buy tickets where you buying the tickets they give you, you know kind of how your odds stand in a way whenever you get the numbers. Because right here, if you look on the Match 5, on the lowest ones, on all the numbers that's come out on this list, we only have one of them that totaled out to be 43 on the sum. And then in between, that's in between 40 and 49. And then this next one goes up between 50 and 59. You only have 2 of those. So those do not happen very often. I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm just saying they don't happen as often. So if you take a person that are picking their own numbers, this would give you an eye opener whenever you're picking your numbers, that whenever you do, the ones that come up more often is probably the ones you need to pick. This right here is going to be between 60 and 69. You only have 3 of those. That totals up in the 60s, between 60 and 69. But if you do look at them real close, they do have a lot of the same numbers, even though they're a few numbers apart. A lot of times they have the same numbers in there. So that's something to kind of need to know there. This one is going to be 70 through 79. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of those. And like I said, you'd be surprised at how close the numbers are and how often they have the same numbers in the category. Like let's say that 15 there. The 15 is real hot, and the 5 and the 7 and the 2s. All right, now here we're going to get into some larger numbers and more often they come up. This number right here is going to be one of your more oftens. On the sum totaling up between 80 and 89, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 of those. So that comes up really often, one of the most. So pay attention to that one whenever you're doing your own numbers between the 80 and 89. This one right here is going to be the numbers between 90 and 99 on the sum. We only have 3 of those. You would think that would come up a whole lot more often, but it does not, or has not so far. So this one right here is probably the most that's come up between the 100 and 109. This has come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times here, 11 times there. Those are the 2 biggest ones that's come up. So your numbers between 100 and 109 is your best category. Second best category would be 80 through 89. That would be your other one. And if you look as the numbers start getting greater, higher, 110 through 119. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Then you have 120 through 129. You only have 4 of those. But whenever you do pick those numbers, you can look at this list, or you can look at the list on how to do that. I'll show you. Right here, you only have 3 numbers that's going to be between 130 and 139. But if you do pay attention, they do have a lot of the same numbers in there. So if you want to pick big, that's fine. Just kind of keep an eye out that they're going to have to be pretty large numbers. But like I was saying just a minute ago, if you make out a list, this list is very easy to make out because Match 5 is only done in Mississippi. Of course, if you live in another state and you have this kind of drawings, you can do it the same way in your state. Maybe this might help you also. But if you look here, what I done was I made out a list from the beginning to the previous date. The last drawing was this past Tuesday. Today is Wednesday. So all you have to do is tally them up, and you come up with your numbers, and then you can make you a list like this right here also, where you can see how often they come up. And what I'm going to do is each time we have a drawing, I want to add that number to this list, and then that way I know kind of how they favor. But if you look right here on these drawings, they go from 90s. This last one was a 90, 91. The one before that was in the 70s. The one before that was in the hundreds. This one here is very odd. I don't think I have it even written down on the list on this one because it dropped down so low on 32. But the 32, then you go from 80 and 100, and you have 3 of these that was in the hundreds back to back. So that's why you want to, whenever you're doing your own numbers, and you want to project which category it's going to fall in, look at your previous numbers. This previous number right here was 91. You just kind of got to guess which category it's going to fall in next. It's going to fall in the hundreds, or the 80s, or the 70s, or say the 130s. But I would probably pick mine in between the 80s and the hundreds. And then that way you'll be, if it lands between the hundreds and the 80s, then that way you'll be having more of these. You'll be more in the ones that's picked out the most. I hope that this video has helped everyone. Maybe later on what I may do is, for the people that do not have enough time to write all this stuff down and everything like that, I may take and put it on there on the description to where that if you want to print it off, you can. And then that may help you later on whenever you have time to sit down and do your numbers. I hope everyone likes this video. If you will, like and subscribe, and thank you very much.